May I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Drop.
Yo, we back with another episode of Shoot Talk. Jules 88, homie kid Phantom. You know what I mean? We talk wrestling and whatnot. We just out here just wrestling and talking. You know what I mean? Just two successful black men in these wrestling community streets, man. What's good, kid?
What's good? What's going on, man?
Doing
How you been? All right, so your boy Kid got something good to talk about today. I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman for this one.
Play bar.
And that's how Alundra Blayze was rubbing her hands when she sent shots out to Trish Stratus. Talking about you ain't no real wrestler. You just a diva.
Look.
Hey, yo.
I can kind of agree only because, like, I say this: the era of wrestling where I wasn't watching wrestling back then in them days, but I came in attitude era where there wasn't a lot of women wrestlers, and at one point in time it was just Trish, Lita, Molly, Ivory, Jackie. Like there wasn't. I mean after those it was just Trish Lita. Like those two are the main women. China. But she really wasn't like she was more like a powerhouse. She wasn't cool. But then when you see the women we have now, like Trish and Lita, they can't even.
Right.
I mean, like, let's keep it a stack. Like, we could debate it in the comment, but Trish and Lita, they can't hold a candle to what these girls can do now. It ain't even
Nah, they really can't. And that's what Alundra Blayze was talking about. She's like, you can't say that, you know, you made it possible for women, like, because this is her whole thing. Trish is going out talking about she made it possible for the Becky Lynches and the Charlotte Flairs and, you know, the Mercedes Monets. I'm going to call her by the name that she goes by now, the Trinities out there, the Baileys. And Alundra Blayze is like, nah, you weren't wrestling like that. You say she's like, you're a glorified Sunny. Straight up. I'm not gonna say that Alundra said that, but that's the vibe that I got. That's all I'm saying.
I can see you coming from.
But Alundra's quote was like, she's like, you made it possible for the Bella twins.
I can
but
say
women
that.
Like she said, but women like me made it possible for the Baileys and the Beckys.
And that's facts. I feel like the women today, they are products of like indie wrestling because a lot of these women actually wrestle. Trish come from the model era. These women that were models that became wrestlers. These women now are women that were always into the game. Like they study the craft. Like they were fans of it before they were in it. So that, all right, cool, I'm gonna study my craft. The people back then, they're like, hey, look, Vince, I seen an interview years ago. Like, yo, they just look through magazines, modeling catalogs. Okay, I want her. Bring her in. Yeah, these women can't wrestle. They learned to wrestle. They got better within time. But you not sitting here and tell me, like, it's a dope look to see Trish and Lita back. I mean Trish now, but like it's cool to see her back for novelty. But it's like, let's be real, Trish ain't she can't hold it down like Bailey and them and it just not it's not the same. And people we talk about it in the comments, but y'all know it's true.
Yeah, everybody know it's true. And to go one step further, me personally, if I was gonna see somebody come back and wrestle, and don't get me wrong, I love Trish. I liked watching her. She was eye candy. Tori Wilson was eye candy. Stacy Keebler, eye candy. But when it came to actually seeing a good fight, my favorite one was Jacqueline.
Oh yeah,
And let's
Jacqueline.
not and let's not act like Jacqueline when they did that bikini contest between Jacqueline and Sable, that
Yeah,
Jacqueline was bodying Sable.
we ain't,
Jacqueline bodied the hell out of Sable.
we ain't even gonna talk about that.
It,
That was a sight to see right there.
it said no offense to Sable, she had some up front, but she ain't had no backside.
I mean, hey,
If she lay down flat in the water, you wouldn't tell the difference between her and the surfboard.
gosh dang, that man is crazy. But like I say, Jacqueline was a beast though. She was good. I feel like a lot of those women like that were good at that time when you elevate the game high. They not doing what these women are doing. Like
Right.
not doing what the EOs, the Kyries, the Beckys that the people stuff that they were doing at that time is different. It's like they're legends. Don't get it twisted, but they Trish never gave us a 30-minute classic. She
Right.
Lita never gave us a 30-minute classic. And
Now,
you can
did
go,
they have a classic match? Yes, their classic match, ironically, was against each other when they headlined Raw. But even then, it wasn't a great wrestling match. It was a great story match. Trish can tell a story. Lita can tell a story. Lita is great with stories, but it wasn't a great wrestling match.
like I said, go back to NXT and watch that Iron Woman match. I think it was the Iron Woman match against Bailey and Sasha.
Bailey,
Like
yep,
classic. Everybody still talk about that match to this day. Nobody. Only thing they talk about Trish and Lee is that one time they main evented on Raw. That's it. That's it. They like that Iron Man, that Iron Woman match. Sasha and Bailey had still gets talked about till this very day. Nobody brings up the main event that Trish and Lita had. It was a good, but it's just the classic headline. It's just like that match meant way more than that match did on Raw. And women
right.
main event Raw now every other week. It's like women main event Raw is made all the time now. So it's
Right. And I'm not. I'm gonna put it like this: the worst wrestler on the women's roster now is better than the best wrestler on the women's roster then.
oh, tell them how you really feel.
I mean, it is what it is,
I'm not
and
arguing. I'm just saying, but God,
because the best women on their roster, and I'm just saying, I'm saying this as the person that they featured the most was Trish Stratus, but their best wrestler was Molly Holly, their best wrestler was Jacqueline, the best wrestler was Ivory. Shout outs to Ivory. I remember the Right to Censor group. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but I love that group because I love to hate them. They were the epitome of what a heel group should be.
yes,
And
that
everybody in the group knew how to wrestle.
yeah, they and nobody that's a heel group that nobody. Soon you heard that music hit, everybody booed. They hated it was just there's no groups like there's no heel groups like that in WWE right now because
They
everybody loves the heels. But that was at that time, all people hated them.
man, and I would go one step further. Right to Censor Ivory in terms of heel is on par, if not better, than Excuse Me, Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, we ain't even talking about that heifer. Screw Vicky.
Look,
We don't speak
hey,
that name.
hey, I'm gonna speak her name because hey, what she did. This is me personally. I'm not gonna. I know it's he who shall not be named, but I always separate the character from the person. The person might be shitty as hell, but the character was great for the time that it was great for. Hulk Hogan was great. Don't like Terry Bollea.
I see what you're saying. Well, send us home, kids. Send us home. Where we at now? Send us home.
All right. So, as I was saying, today was a great day to talk about the shoot talk. Alundra Blayze was 100% correct on her assessment of Trish Stratus, and I love the fact that she shot on Trish Stratus. And like I said, Trish Stratus can always tell a story. She's been great at telling stories. That's why her story with Becky Lynch is going to be great right now. Becky's going to do most of the carrying because that's just what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be like I said, it's going to be a great match, great story. It's just that Alundra Blayze's assessment was 100% correct. And if y'all ain't got any other questions for us regarding this situation, drop them in the comments. You got questions for us? Drop them in the comments. We'll love to hear y'all talk about it. If y'all want to talk about anything y'all want us to shoot on, drop it in the comment. Also, make sure you please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Like and subscribe this video. Go like and subscribe to. Like us on. Like and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. On Twitter, we're the Blur Spot Pod. On Instagram, the Blur Spot Podcast. On TikTok, Blur Spot Podcast. Don't forget, we are everywhere and nowhere. And we're going to be blowing up on your screen pretty soon. So get in where you fit in. Be one of the first people to say, hey, I was following them when they weren't nobody.
Exactly.
All right. And before we get out of here, I want to say one thing. Rest in peace to superstar Billy Graham. I am your boy Kid Phantom. It's your boy Jones 88. And we are out of here.
Peace out.
Too sweet.
Sweet.
Psh.